Alrighty. So, today I'm going to go through the simple process of howing to use ChatGPT in Google Docs. So, first off, if you want to find the extension, just search ChatGPT for Sheets. It's called ChatGPT for Sheets and Docs. Should be the first thing that pops up. I already have it installed. Install it. You're going to need to restart your browser after it's installed, and then just open up Google Sheets. So I have a Google Sheet right here. So you're going to want to go to extensions, and then it should be down there once you've installed it, and then you have to go open. Now this is going to prompt you to connect it to your account. Currently I'm logged in with my tokenized account. I pay $20 a month, and then I pay per tokens, and that allows me to use ChatGPT 3.5 Turbo and prompt multiple things, like hundreds of things at a time. I do have to pay for each time that I use one of these sheets. So anyway, let's get down to the fun part. Once it's installed on there, pretty much all you have to do is go equals GPT, and then you can see you have this list of different formulas that you can choose from. Some of the cooler formulas, I really like GPT list. It's really simple. You just say, let's see here, list 5 recipes for foods that use peaches. I don't know, completely random. And this is a list, meaning it will list them vertically, cell by cell. So let's see here. It might take a while because I asked for full recipes. Here we go. Oh no. So grilled peach prosciutto salad, peach and blueberry crumble, peach and brie quesadillas, peach and riscotta stuffed French toast. So that's pretty cool. Now you could also do this same list horizontally. So you just go H list is the formula. Same list, and let's go bam, and it's going to list it out horizontally. Let's see if it comes up with the same recipes. No, it's different. I think it's weighted pretty low, meaning that, the temperature is low, meaning that there's going to always be a high level of variation between different prompts. And then also, let's say, for example, if you got it to edit a text, it's gonna literally just change the words just to have different words. It's gonna try to make it 100% different in terms of the word selection if the temperature's low. So let's see here. So if we do this twice, so let's do this same exact thing, and I'll say, for example, here I will go equals GPT list, and then we can do the temperature and make the temperature 0.1. I believe the closer it is to 0, the more random it is. So we make it 0.1. Let's see what that does. So peach pie, peach cobbler, peach salsa, peach and prosciutto salad. So because it was 0.1, it's a 100% variation. Now, let's go ChatGPT, and then let's go 1. And let's see what kind of variation we get in there. Exactly the same as the previous one. So it's a number between 0 and 1. The closer you get to 1, the more identical the different prompts are going to be. The closer you are to 0, the more random variation. I think a lot of times when you're using ChatGPT, the temperature is 0. So that's why, for example, let's say you write out like a cover letter for a job that you're submitting, and then you just want it to reorganize your cover letter to have more flow. If the temperature is 0, then it's literally just going to reorganize it to make every single word choice different, pretty much. And then if the temperature was like, I think a good temperature would be like 0.7 if you want it to be similar to your writing style, and then just have more variation for flow. But that's an example. So that's some of the cool functions. Now, here's a cool one that I actually just started messing around with. So let's say I walk to park twice a week, and that make happy to me. So you can do equals, and then we'll go GPT edit, and then just select that cell, and then just hit enter, and it will edit that sentence and make it grammatically correct. So let's see what it spat out. I walk to the park twice a week, and that makes me happy. So it edited I walk to park twice a week, and that make happy to me, to I walk to the park twice a week, and that makes me happy. I think an interesting thing, because I do like working sentence by sentence with ChatGPT. I think if you give it too big of a concept, it just sort of like kind of jumbles your ideas around unnecessarily. I like to go sentence by sentence. So I think that this is a cool thing if you want to make sure that each sentence is grammatically correct and each sentence flows the best. You could hypothetically have them all in a cell. So let's say I fart once day. Very funny time for family. And then, so you could have like 20 of these in a row, and then you could just drag that down right there. And I fart once a day. It's very funny time for the family. So it corrected that. So that's a really cool one. Another one that I've used, I guess I'll show it to you as an example here. It's difficult to get it to work, but another one that I use is GPT format. You probably shouldn't be looking at my invoices. That was an unfortunate click. So where are we at? So this is a tool I made. I showed it in a different video. It's a pretty cool, complex tool. But pretty much I needed a certain output in order to build prompts from this other output. It's a whole list of functions going on. So one feeds the other, feeds the next, feeds the next. So they're all dependent on one. But I figured out that once I sorted all of these words into groups, it needed a certain format for ChatGPT to understand it and break it down correctly. So I used this thing over here in AO called a GPT formatter. So pretty much I am formatting the information that this is spitting out. It's sorting keywords into ad groups. And then I need it to say the name of the ad group and then list the keywords in that ad group below in order for ChatGPT to understand that. So what was happening is it was just formatting it in a bunch of different ways. And then it would lose sight of what I was trying to communicate. So I had this base format that I knew it could understand, and I referenced that in B2. So that's right here. It needed to be listed out like this. So that is the reference right there of the format that I want. And then this is the information that I want formatted. So actually this one was already spat out fairly correctly. It just didn't put the name of the ad group in that. So the formatter in that case did save me because it put the name of the ad group next to it. So you can see that's a really cool thing. It's difficult to get it to recognize certain things. It's more like paragraphs of text. I think if you're just trying to like add punctuations, it has a really hard time with like punctuations and formatting like that. So that's a difficult one. You kind of have to test it and tweak it and, you know, have fun with it. So anyway, that's pretty much that. And those are some of the cool functions that I played around with. There's some other stuff that I really haven't played around with. I need to explore more. One that seemed interesting to me was GPT table. So you could say, let's try this out. Let's say, make a table of the GDP per year from 1990 through 2020. Let's go 2000 just to not make it process too much information. Let's see if we can make a table. I've never really explored this. I think I was trying to get it to edit a table of information once, and then I gave up because the formatter is better for that. So let's see what in the hell it does. So here we go. Look, it made the whole table. That's pretty dope. So year 1990, GDP. Oh, why would it not know the GDP? ChatGPT should know the GDP. That's weird. Wait, how many years? It did all 10 years. Okay, so we're gonna say this then. So we did that. Oh, fuck. What did I do wrong? No, I screwed the pooch. How do we undo that? There we go. So let's say, no, we'll do this. We'll do a GPT list to actually see if it can pull the correct GDP per year. GPT list. Oh, it's probably because I didn't say what country, maybe. The United States GDP per between 1990 and 2000. Okay, let's see if it can do that. Come on, baby. The table broke, but whatever. Okay, well, it did do it there in the list, so it can pull the information. Let's give this table another go here. Table, make a table of the United States GDP per year from 1990 to blah, 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 blah. So that should hopefully work then. I think it was because I didn't specify. Yep. Boom. That's dope as fuck. That makes things really easy. It's difficult. You could set it up to pull data and then organize it into another table. Like I'm thinking for like Google Ads or something, if you exported a spreadsheet of a bunch of data points and then you highlighted that and used that as a reference cell and said, organize this into a table. It's kind of difficult when you try to make it occur in another cell though. You could probably reference it. So let's see here. Let's try, well, actually, let's try something else. GPT. Split text semantically. Oh, that's pretty cool. GPT match text. See, okay, see, this is stuff that would be really useful in Excel or in Google Sheets when you're trying to do like a VLOOKUP. The other day, I had a bunch of different information, results column of Google Ads. So it's going to say store visits. It's going to say purchases. It's going to say all that stuff in the in a single cell, right? And it's not going to separate that information. So with this GPT split, you could get it to semantically split the text. So you'd probably have to give it like a punctuation. And then if you do a GPT match, so it could have all that information in that column, and you could say pull phone call leads, right, from this entire column of results. So let's try that. Let's go phone call 25, purchases 3, clicks 8, engagement 4. And then let's go equals GPT match. Let's see if we can do semantic search to find the closest match. The number of clicks. And then we give it a comma, and then we click here, and then let's see if this works. Please work. Come on. Error. I'm gonna have to play around with that one and figure out how GPT match works. GPT table was dope. I was trying to make it do really complicated stuff at first. I never thought, just like, let's see how this actually does, make it a simple table. I think it's difficult to like tell it how many columns to make and how many rows. I guess rows might be easier, but columns and stuff like that, it gets a little mixed. The wires mix with all the different commands. I need to go soon. So yeah, I mean, split text semantically. Let's see what happens when we do a split text. Split GPT split. Well, let's see what happens if we just highlight it. And let's see how it splits the text semantically. Nope, that doesn't work. So let's tell it what we want it to do. Split. What is that called? Fuck it. Split at the comma. Split at the comma? Oh, you motherfucker. Oh, I'm not supposed to swear on here, my bad. So anyway, that's pretty much that. You can play around with it, mess around with it. That was me trying out some new stuff. I should probably remove that from this sheet. Whatever. I'll leave it there. Have a good one.